if you don't know what you would do on a mission trip, just ask God, how can you use me on a mission trip? And we had went to villages really remote, like down the river in canoes. But we were scheduled to tour a school that this lady, her name's Wilma Grandes of Lima. But anyway, on Saturdays, she, from her own kitchen, takes food to these kids and feeds as much as she can. And so we were invited to help in that feeding. And so my team of about 22, I think, of us, we got to the place, and it was like on a hill. Of course, Lima, most of the rundown population is on a hillside. But the structure had been damaged by a huge boulder. So it was just barely standing there. But anyway, that's where she was going to feed the kids. And so we walked in and got there before the kids. And when they came in, they had their little bowls in their hands and just systematically went to their little chairs and sat down, just so, calm, and sit down with their little bows and looked at us. And Wilma said they knew we were coming and they wanted to sing us a song. So they sang us a song. And this one little boy, I mean, when it got to the part of Jesus, he was just like, Jesus, Jesus. None of them spoke English, but just that in itself was uplifting and just heart-wrenching. But when they came up to get the meal, so we had a big pot of beans and then a big pot of rice. And then I had one of the pots, and I was scooping out rice into their bowls. And I mean, just the look on their faces, and to think that this is the only meal they're getting today.
Oh,
That's it. I mean, that's all they have to look forward to. And just tore my heart apart. And so we were winding down. They actually got to come back for seconds. And we also had water there for them to drink, and I think some juice. But anyway, they ran out of water, and we were like, they were still standing in line waiting for water. And one of my teammates, Jim, he took his water bottle and said, "Here." And we all took our water bottles and just started filling our cups. And it was I'll never forget it. It changed me. A lot of the kids are prostituted out. And I mean, it's just a very sad situation. But Wilma Grandes built this school from a rock on the side of a hill. She chipped away at it. And it's an amazing story. I want to tell it someday. And she gave me permission to tell it. And but now it's this 3-story school that one of our mission partners, Larry Cochran, helped fund through Go International. It's a mission group, and built this school, and they have it run. They have teachers and food, and they all go by donations. I mean, she says in her story that there's some days that she has run out of money, and literally the next day somebody will come along and donate some money. I mean, it's just all Jesus.
so how would you encourage somebody to maybe go on a mission trip, or if they were considering going on a mission trip, how would you tell them to go about that?
I signed up for my first mission trip in July of 2017, and scared and not knowing if I could do it. But I had encouragement from my friends at church that what we were going to do. We were going to Peru, into remote villages, and just share Jesus. I went on the trip, and God changed me forever. Seeing the lives of the people in Peru that were hungry for Jesus, and I knew at that moment that God sent me here. He brought me through this tragedy. He put me on the fields of Peru to share my story with these people that had never heard the word Jesus. And when I got back, I thought, this can't be reserved for just me and my friends. This story that happened to me has to be told somehow. And I've always been a writer. I've always journaled throughout the years. So I started blogging about the trip and about what was going on. And people kept telling me, you should write a book, you should write a book. And I thought, I need to tell this story. So Mission Possible was born, and I just told how Jesus used me from the pits of where I started after signing up to serving the little kids of Lima, Peru, who, saw Jesus through me.
To read this inspiring story, Mission Impossible, go to DiannePetrey.com.